It is I, the fairy princess, reminding you of the silly shit you watched in the past. No matter how hard you try, I will remind you. I will not let you forget.
You're videotaping the show. On you.
No but November. Just kidding. Butt lovers, welcome back to Camp or Cringe, Lore's edgier cousin. In this series, we've covered Faking It, Awkward, and Finding Carter. And the curse continues with the topic of this video, Happyland. And just like with Finding Carter, I stared at this promotional poster thinking, I've never seen this before in my life. And then I started watching it and it all came flooding back. Happyland's airtime only lasted 3 months in 2014, totaling 1 season and 8 episodes overall. We will break down every single episode to decide whether or not this series is camp or cringe, or both, or neither. And I swear, we'll cover shows beyond MTV as well one day, but damn, this network was a huge part of my teenage years and I didn't even realize it. I would have never remembered if not for this series. Should I have kept these memories locked away? Let's find out.
Oh my god.
Solid first 5 minutes, I will give this show that. Right away, we establish where we are, an amusement park called Happyland. No surprises there. Oh my god, like the name of the show. The mascot is a raccoon, a bit of foreshadowing since we too will be sifting through trash. Here we meet the main character, Lucy, who is the amusement park greeter, which is kind of like a stage manager. She's in charge of getting the actors where they need to be. Speaking of actors, I totally thought she played Veronica in Riverdale. Totally different people, totally different actors, they look nothing alike. I don't know why I thought that. But this motherfucker is everywhere. Good Luck Charlie, Awkward, and now here. His name is Ian, and in his introduction, he is immediately an irresponsible shithead. He was supposed to be playing Ricky Raccoon, but he's high on the job and passed out in front of a bunch of terrified children. As she's scolding him, he pops out shirtless, which is pretty inappropriate, but of course there's the classic, oh no, he's hot! As if that'll get him out of this one. It does in fact get him out of this one, because even while his manager's scolding him, his thoughts shift to, wait a second, you're handsome. We can't hide that beautiful face and physique in a furry costume. You should be the park prince. Ridiculous. He's rewarded for this. But it's for more reasons than just his looks, you'll save. And in true MTV fashion, she has a gorgeous, sexually liberated, financially irresponsible, and semi-neglectful mother.
This ray of sunshine is my sister.
That was indeed her mother, lying to a guy she was trying to get with that her daughter is actually her sister. What an uncomfortable position to put your child in! But Lucy shakes this off like she's been through this before many a time. The dude immediately gets scared away. I guess he just doesn't like being lied to. That's what it is, right? We hear Lucy is applying to be part of a relief program so she can help people and travel, and it could also help her with her scholarships. And the whole time her mom is guilting her over her wanting to do this and not stay at the park her whole life. But if you leave, who's gonna be my wingman? That's not an exaggeration, she actually says that.
But if you leave, who's gonna be my wing girl this summer?
That mixed with the daughter guilting herself for not buying groceries, and it's clear that the daughter is more responsible and more of a mom than her own mom is. I'm gonna get real with you. These depictions of neglect fill me with such a specific sadness because I feel like it's really common. Hey, I have an idea. Don't have kids with the expectation that they're gonna fill some kind of void. Have kids because you actually think you'd be a good parent. Anyway, I can go on a whole tirade about that, but back on topic. There's a park event where there's a reveal that Ian is the son of the president of the park. Oh wow, so he doesn't only have pretty privilege, he has privilege, rich-ass privilege. Oh, and I'm never gonna mention this again, but Josh Groban is also here. He's supposed to be comedic relief, but all the comedy comes from, haha, he's eccentric and poor. He really wants a job at the park, but he's never gonna get it, ha 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 ha. The only way I would have liked this character is if they pulled a, so you see, I'm actually a great employee, where I have a huge skill set. This is a Darman video, and don't judge a book by its cover. This show is called Happyland, but I can count on one finger all the times this episode was happy. One. And I wouldn't even consider it fully happy. I just like that Lucy was letting her mom have it a bit.
We both do our part to get by here. Yeah, my part's doing everything, and yours is chasing boys around like a hormonal teenager.
I know that was a bit slut-shamey. Let's hear the rebuttal.
I'm sorry, that's what you think.
What she thinks. What did she say that was incorrect, though? Genuinely. I kind of love that response, though. Next time somebody calls me out on something accurate and undeniable, I'm just gonna hit them with the, I'm sorry, that's what you think. Your self-esteem relies way too heavily on what others think of you. In fact, you tie your entire self-worth to your career. People sense that desperation for online validity and get scared away. And also, no one cares about your daddy issues. I'm sorry, that's what you think. After this mother-daughter fight, her mom just doesn't show up for work.
What?
And Lucy fills in for her so her mom doesn't get fired. And from that act of total selflessness, she misses the interview and isn't chosen for the relief program and misses out on what could have been potentially a life-changing opportunity. But the mom isn't selfish, no. That's just what she thinks.
I'm sorry, that's what you think.
After that earth-shattering disappointment, at least she gets a smooch from Ian. That makes everything better. Her mom interrupts their kiss by shouting, "Lucy, stop!" And then she hits the most awkward stance I've ever seen in my life for an uncomfortably long time, as Ian just stares at her bewildered. "Hey, I'm kissing your daughter here. Keep it down." MTV actually stands for Mom Took virtually every opportunity away from her. I hate to say it, but the mom actually did have a valid reason to stop the kiss, because, how do I say this? Lucy and Ian share a dad.
What?
They are siblings. That's not where I thought the show was going. So many places this show could have gone, and this is what they went with. Okay.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
We just had a whole Maury level reveal, and I'm supposed to give a shit about Harper and Will? So the whole thing is they're dating, but Harper feels very insecure about their relationship, claiming they're just from two different worlds. She's from the world of rich, and he's from the world of poor. Harper is also insecure that Will has a crush on Lucy. At first I thought she was being paranoid, but he is not subtle. And Harper's eyes start wandering towards Ian. Rich girl, rich boy, poor girl, poor boy. Love square where two of them are siblings that still have the hots for each other. You know, tale as old as time.
Tell us all this time.
Suddenly 7 more episodes feels like a lot, but uncomfortable confession time. I remember watching this when I was younger, really hoping that they actually weren't siblings, because I loved their chemistry. It was just a breeding ground for prepubescent intrusive thoughts about morality. All because the actors are good looking. Boo, MTV! Boo! Pay for my therapy bill! Episode 2 was full of I've been lied to my whole life angst. So Lucy gets hammered. Classic MTV teenager coping skill. I will say this though, at least the party had a nice location, instead of the usual ambiguous dark stairwell. Since a huge part of this show is about class, we see Ian's family's mansion. The entire time Will is uncomfortable, and his girlfriend Harper is blowing him off for people she relates more to. Rich and poor are apparently personality traits, and the only ones at that. But what if you want to break free from this money binary? I'm rich, but I'm poor. I'm a virgin, but I'm a hoe. Lucy, completely off her ass, attacks this guy's face. She seems to be avoiding Ian pretty well, except not at all. Their mutual dad is home very early and very pissed at Ian for putting his reputation on the line again. And just from the way he treats his son, I'm thinking Lucy should probably second guess wanting to connect with this guy. The further context we get from her mom is even worse. Back in the day, Lucy's mom and Ian's dad were fooling around while he had a wife. Cheating is already bad enough, but then I remembered episode 1 when we heard that she was a teen mom. So, unless Ian's mom and dad were also teen husband and wife, this guy is a predator. If I said it 3 times, get ready for me to say it a 4th. Classic MTV shit. But then when she dropped the news about her pregnancy, he was like, get rid of it, threw money at her to keep it hush-hush, and then fled to New York. See, now I feel bad for roasting her the first episode, but I still don't think she's a great mom. Oh, she's better than this evil billionaire. That's where the bar is? Whatever. Lucy is now the permanent park princess opposite Ian's prince. She's like, ew, that's weird, that's my brother, I should tell him. But her mom is still forcing her to keep this a secret and encouraging her to keep the job where she has to repeatedly kiss her brother. Whatever happened to... Lucy, stop! Luckily, she couldn't go through with it, abruptly shouts, "You're my brother!" and runs away. And she loses a shoe, just like a princess. Wait, what? You're my sister? But you dropped your shoe. I should give it back to her. But no, she's my sister. That's weird. But she should still have her shoe, I guess. Wait! Didn't you hear what I said? Shoe! Exactly. Here's your shoe. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no problem. No, right, wait, siblings. You are my brother. Yeah, you're my brother. Oh shit, this is weird. Is that silly little sketch how episode 3 opens? Let's see.
Blood related.
Ian is not taking the sibling news well, rushing straight to denial, and also accusing Lucy and her mom of trying to take money from them with baseless accusations. All the while, Lucy and her mom are about to be evicted, so she really has to pass character training. She doesn't tell Ian any of this, proving she wouldn't lie or tell the truth for money. Lucy is doing everything right, so of course she has to be the punching bag. One of these days I have to make a trope bingo board so we can check off things as we go. I think I'll get that started for next Camp or Cringe. Leave in a comment below what tropes you think should be on the MTV bingo board. Will and Ian's rivalry comes to a head when Ian points out Will's obvious feelings for Lucy. And Will, like the level-headed person he is, attacks Ian while in the Ricky costume, in front of a traumatized group of kids. Naturally. How is Happyland still open? In the end, Ian feels bad for how he's been treating Lucy and helps her with the character training. Although they're still grossed out by this whole siblings thing, which is good and makes sense, and they should be. Lucy's mom used to be the park princess, but now she's playing Hagula. Because even though she's drop-dead gorgeous, everyone keeps age-shaming her. And this was the only way she could keep the job. We're getting little bits of social commentary. Can we expand on that? And also, Will and Harper break up? Question mark? We see them fight, but I don't know if it's an official breakup, and then we see Harper and Ian making out. Will Will be willing to willy-nilly throw punches again? Or will Will willfully wilt with sadness from the cheating/breakup? We get confirmation at the beginning of this episode that Will and Harper did not in fact break up, so she fully cheated on him in a very public place. Lucy is telling her off, but also promises not to tell Will, instead telling her to fix things. Which feels very wrong, because not only was Harper fully in the wrong, but Lucy was also friends with Will first. The only reason she befriended Harper was through Will. Where's the loyalty? She should snitch. I encourage snitching 99.999% of the time. If you're gonna be my friend, don't do bad shit in front of me, okay? I'm merciless. Just be better. It's so easy. Harper did actually end up breaking up with Will, so as much as I don't like her approach, I'm glad that shit show is over. Also, if you're curious, Will never finds out about the cheating thing. Like, that never comes to light. At some company thing Will can't go to because he got fired, obviously. Lucy ran into that guy from the party that she kissed. She also ran into Ian and Harper on a date. Awkward! Lucy's mom got promoted to VIP tour guide after her presidential ex and her had a pleasant conversation. He wants to get back with her. He's as obvious as Will, but lucky for him, she's as oblivious as her daughter is. Speaking of Will, he's back at the park? He got hired again? Already? Wasn't he just fired at the beginning of this episode? Yeah, but now he's not a character actor. He's security. Now he can attack people who don't deserve it looking like that. Yikes. Will was also just about to ask out Lucy while on the clock, like on the first day of his new job. Very cool, very appropriate, but he gets interrupted by Party Guy. Noah swoops in and steals his thunder, and I kinda love him for that.
I thought of something funnier than 4.
Let me hear it.
5.
3 plots are going on this episode. We'll start with the moms because she's become the most interesting character to me. She found out she passed the tour guide test, and this is a big win for her. So she decides to party with other people that passed the test with her. As she talks with them, she hears about how this is their summer job to pay for college. She finds out she's hanging out with a bunch of 22-year-olds, but still tries to make the best of it. Then she runs into Ian, who of course knows her and refers to her as
Miss Floss.
And her age and where she is in life hits her all at once.
My daughter, who's not that much younger than you.
It hurts because passing the test is a big deal, but instead she focuses on people doing bigger and better things younger. This is a big ego collapsing moment. She overcame Hagatha and not feeling as beautiful through getting this tour guide job, but now even that is making her feel inadequate.
This isn't my summer job. It's just my job.
The second plot is Will getting rid of a dead body with his boss. Oh, by the way, huge detail I failed to mention until now is this is Ian's big brother, Theodore. He is pretty much running shit at the park right now, and he is the sketchiest fuck. He tells Will that this man is taking a happy nap, and they need to get him out of here before people realize.
Because Happyland's supposed to be happy, goddammit!
Nowhere in this show has this park ever been happy. I thought this section would end with Will's "this is fucked up" alarms going off left and right, but I weirdly think these two bonded? Red flags all around. And lastly, Lucy's date with Noah was a disaster because this frat type dude told Harper that Lucy kissed Ian first. Lucy fucking killed Ian. What a plot twist. No, apparently this frat guy witnessed Lucy and Ian kissing all the way back in the first episode. Dude, I don't see him anywhere. Harper is super pissed because even though Ian and her are super casually seeing each other, no labels or anything, she feels weirded out that Lucy didn't tell her. And on top of that, this feeds into Harper's insecurity that every guy she's been with likes Lucy more. Harper is a lot less confident than she seems. What does this have to do with Lucy's date with Noah? I think Noah was just stressed out because he really wanted to spend time with her, but Lucy was being pulled away left and right to put out fires. I guess it just seemed like too much drama for him, which is actually kind of valid. This was a first date after all. By the end of the episode, Lucy tells Harper that Ian's her brother. This pulls Harper's head right out of her own ass, and she's like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, she immediately 180'd and was concerned for Lucy. Harper's actually pretty cool when she's not being an asshole. Oh, also, scratch her date with Noah being ruined. The episode ends with both them making out and planning another date.
We've got a real Lannister vibe going with this family, if you know what I'm saying.
This episode starts with Will being very slut-shamey to Lucy, who just wants to go away with Noah for the weekend.
Try not to bang anyone in the dressing room.
Then Ian starts getting weirdly protective of her too.
Just remember, she's a great girl. I'll remember. All of you keep reminding me. You and I had the same conversation like 10 minutes ago.
Hey, you better be nice to my secret crush you're going out with. Yeah, bud, you better be nice. That's my sister / ex-fling. I know, guys, Wait, what the fuck? Then her own mom forbids her from going out with him this weekend. And at this point, I'm fully on Lucy's side. She seems very competent, very capable, very level-headed, and Noah doesn't seem pressuring. But then, plot twist, Noah actually was a shithead. He wasn't letting her know he was seeing other people. Gross. This just seemed like a way to introduce a Lucy character flaw of, yeah, she doesn't know everything. But like anybody would have made that mistake. Noah's character just 180'd. Brief mention of sexual harassment. I'm not going to get into detail of what happened. I'm just going to mention that it happened. Timestamp on screen if you want to skip that entirely. Lucy's mom went through a traumatic side plot where a huge park investor was trying to take advantage of her while on the tour. And when she rightfully slapped him, she was afraid of getting fired. Which is actually what the older brother boss was suggesting. Between this and hiding the dead body, he is the sketchiest and the competition is fierce with that one. But then the mom's ex, aka Ian's dad, is like, fuck that investor, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Is there anything I can do to protect you? I still really care about you and love you. I've been thinking about you for years. It's a lot. The episode ends with Will finally telling Lucy how he really feels. She already seems not into it, but then she gets distracted by the fact that her mom is going on a date with her dad. I love how normal that sentence sounds out of context.
Mom and Dad on a date? Ew, what?
But in these circumstances, yeah. Pretty weird. Are they rekindling something? Let's figure that out. This penultimate episode moves at the speed of Usain Bolt. It's very clear they realize they only have 2 episodes left, so the plot is beyond rushed. Will had the willpower to break free of the friend zone curse. I'm just gonna say it, Will and Lucy together is dreadful. The rushed nature of it makes it seem very unrealistic. Also, it seems like she was never interested in him. Especially with everything else Lucy is going through on top of that, I just don't see it for her, but unfortunately, I'm forced to. There is a Happyland scholarship that Lucy gets, but Ian's brother Theodore informs Lucy that she can only get the scholarship if her mom goes with her on the Happyland cruise. So both her and her mom can fuck off and leave his family alone. Sounds like a win-win to me, honestly. I don't know why the two of them want to stick around this shithole. Especially with Mr. President's wife being back after he romanced Lucy's mom once again. So she feels heartbroken all over again. Slimeball shit. And on top of that, Will's dad never thought this guy would be important. Just casually drops that Ian's mom was also sleeping around back in the day. So Ian might not even be related to his so-called dad, meaning... Ian and Lucy might not be related after all. If I was Lucy, I'd check myself into a psych ward. I do not know how she hasn't snapped. She is taking this all surprisingly well. Also not super relevant to the plot, but I loved the wedding scene between these 2 park guests. They were absolutely dunking on Disney adults relentlessly. These 2 randos got married in Happyland and even made their best man and maid of honor park characters. Here's the thing, parts of this show are good. This show has potential, and I feel like maybe it would have done better on another network, and maybe if they didn't fully lean into the siblings or not thing. Will they, won't they, but it's siblings versus not siblings. How in the crappy land are they gonna wrap everything up?
Hey, wait a minute, what happened? What happens next? Come on, let's see the next episode.
That's it?
What?
Even though no DNA tests have been distributed yet, so I'd still be wary, to Lucy, Ian is no longer her brother. And with the brother thing out of her mind, naturally she's thinking, oh no, he's hot! Usually I'd refer to this guy as Ian's dad, but now I'm just gonna say, the dad. The dad comes over to see Lucy's mom, and that's when he realizes, oh, you did have the kid. We do have a kid together. Surprise! He runs away like a weak idiot. Hate that guy. Lucy, who is still dating Will, by the way, remember that, is starting to act very strangely. Here the four of them are. Will, Lucy, Harper, and Ian on a double date. Everything would be perfect if he was her brother still. Cut to tornado warning. The way this son warned his father about the tornado kind of reminded me of something. Ugh! Is it bad that the first thing that popped into my head was, sir, a tornado has hit the Happyland? Ugh! I'm from New York, so I hate those fucking jokes. It makes me feel like a sick asshole. We're all going to hell. So now they're underground after this tornado warning, and they have to stay in character to calm the kids down. One of the things Lucy said while improving is, a little wind never hurt anybody, which is objectively false. If I was one of the kids in the audience, I'd be like, if that's true, why can't we go outside? Why can't we go outside? Also, when the dad heard that Lucy and Lucy's mom were going away on the scholarship thing, he revoked her scholarship. He claims it's so he can bond with his daughter, but like, ew! Keep your friends close, but your family forcibly closer. This guy sucks. Ian's asshole brother broke the news that his dad is not blood related to Ian, and Ian and Lucy make out even though they're both dating other people. Other people that are both under the assumption that they are blood related. What a wild thing to walk in on! It's pretty wild that they're related, right? Ah! Country girl! Country boy! What the fuck? That's where the series ends. Holy shit. I'm just gonna say it. This is camp. This is like a Hallmark movie on LSD. Coming this fall, you meet the guy of your dreams, but he's also your brother? This is worse than getting cold on Christmas. And you know what makes me so sure of my assessment? That final shot. That is where the show ends, and I imagine those two are still standing in awe to this day. It wasn't as unbearable as I was expecting, but it is a lot slower than the other shows we've watched until the last two episodes, which are comically fast. It didn't anger me as much as finding Carter awkward or even faking it, because it's so brief, bite-sized garbage. It's not a whole shit 3-course meal. It's a cake pop of poo. A cake poop. I'm gonna plug the Halloweeny videos again. They're underrated as shit, and I think you'd like them. I think they'd make you laugh a lot. I want to thank my members. I want to thank my Discord. I want to thank my second channel. I have fun on there, too. Here's more videos. I even have one of me reviewing this palette, which is how I did my makeup today, and I even showed you how I did my makeup. So that's fun bonus Jonas content, too. I am constantly putting up new videos. It's my job, but it's also, like, the only thing I want to do, and I really hope you enjoy. Next week is a very different type of video. It's Imagination Movers lore, so stay tuned for that one. I really hope you enjoyed this rendition of Camp or Cringe. Leave in a comment on what you think I should watch next. Have a good one, butt lovers. Bye!